So today we are putting together an emergency preparedness kit for a dog, specifically that little dog down there. And we're imagining that we have to have something that is a grab and go that we can use to help take care of our dogs for up to 10 days, but at least for 5 days, because we may have to shelter in our home if it was like an earthquake or something like that, a blizzard, you never know. Or maybe we have to do a quick evacuation if there's a hurricane or a fire, that type of thing. You want to have a grab and go bag that has everything your pet would need for emergency purposes for about 5 days, up to 10 days. Okay, so let's start first. We've got this broken down into 4 categories. First category is pet waste. You know that your dog is going to be soiling things, so if you're going to be inside especially, you want to make sure that you have pee pads, you want to make sure that you have poo bags. Also include 4 or 5 garbage bags. Make sure you wrap them separately though in another container, and so that they are staying clean and away from water as well, because especially if you're in a flooding situation, hurricane situation, you want to keep as much as possible dry. We also recommend that you pack a bag of latex or nitrile gloves so that you have them. You never know when you might be in a contaminated water situation or having to clean up pet messes. It's nice to have these around. Next, you need to be able to feed and water your dog, again, for 5 to 10 days. So it's recommended that you have at least enough water for your entire family for up to 10 days, minimum of 5 days in your house. So it might be a couple, 5 or 6 5-gallon jugs, that type of thing. For this, we just represented it with this because obviously you can't fit it inside of a backpack, but you need to realize that your dog or your cat, if this is for a cat, needs water as well. And then have a handy on-the-go thing that you can give them water from in case you're on the move and need to give them water. You also need to have some quick collapsible travel pet food and water bowls. We recommend these guys because they do collapse down as small as possible. And bring some treats, because you never know when you're going to have to calm your pet down, get them to, sit and stay, wait with you, that kind of thing. And the more treats you have, the better. You can also bring chew toys and things like that. We're not going to pack those today, but those are another thing that are great for calming a dog down and getting their attention. Next, you need to make sure that the medical needs are taken care of. So go and find yourself a nice, compact, but comprehensive first aid kit. We like this one by Alcott because it's so nice and compact, but there's quite a few out there that do a really good job. Just make sure it's comprehensive and is good for both dogs and cats. Then if they have any medication, make sure you have enough at least for 10 days. This is an empty bottle here, but this just to pretend. And then finally, you need to have extra identification with you, just in case. You never know when the leash might get lost, collar might slip off, tag, what have you. Here we've got just a regular everyday leash, but we've also got the PetHub QR ID tag. It doesn't have a dangling tag that could easily get caught in something. If you are in a situation where you're evacuating, maybe having to trudge through water or whatever, you don't have to worry about a tag getting caught on something, so we like this a lot. And then we've also included the PetHub Ready Kit, which of course has extra things involved. Not only an ID tag, there's a wallet card and a keychain card that lets first responders know that there's a pet involved, and then also a crate card so you can put on the outside of the pet's crate. Plus, if you have to shelter in home, you're able to write on the outside of this goes on the outside of your window or your door, and it says how many pets, and you can even put how many humans are inside if you're in a rescue situation. Okay, so now we're going to pack this sucker. Now, we've chosen a plastic clear backpack. We chose it for a specific reason. Because number one, we know it's going to be waterproof, which again, hurricane, flood, you need to make sure it's waterproof. But also because a lot of times when a bag is like sitting in a closet or something like that, you may not recognize it right away as, oh, that's the dog grab and go bag. We like the plastic one because not only is it easy to quickly recognize, but it also reminds you that every 3 to 6 months you need to go in and make sure that everything is up to date and not expired. So that's why we recommend it clear. Okay, so let's pack this sucker. Now it's going to be tightly packed. Just for your reference, this pack is about 12 inches wide, about 18 inches high, and it expands to about 6 inches in depth. Now, put the 2 big things in first. We recommend you bring that paper towel roll. Maybe you don't want to put in a full paper towel roll, although I would, so it can stay in the plastic so it doesn't get ruined. And then the dog food. In the front, pocket. This particular packet has 2 nice pockets in front, so we recommend that you keep the stuff there that's going to be needed to be grabbed the quickest. So we estimate that that's going to be first aid, treats, again, to possibly have to calm the dog down, And then the ready kit we'll put just right over here as well because it's easy. And then the dog food bowl's down there. That's what goes in this front space. Other things that we think are likely to have to be quick grabs. Again, if you have an issue with collar falling off or getting damaged or something like that, you need to have these as quickly as possible so you can get your dog re-identified as quickly as possible. So have these up in the front. Use side packs. A lot of times I'll have side pouches. Use those for the quick grab and go things like medication, maybe a toy or two. And then for the top, to fill it out, you'll put in, if you have a water bottle that's just for your dog, put those up in here. Pee pads. And then fill out the rest. Now make sure when you're packing these that they don't have a lot of extra air in them. It'll make it pack easier, so make sure you squeeze out all the air so they pack easier and you can get more in here. Oops, I meant to put that in the front. And I'm going to put these in the front as well because you know as well as I do that poop bags are going to be essential probably right away. And that's it.